Welcome everyone to our probably nearly one of our last forums for the year. It's been a pleasure doing these forums for you guys. We've had some good presenters over the year. We'll try and get them married up again for 2020. There's some new, there's been a new lady put into marketing over at corporate. It'd be nice to see her, see perhaps maybe she would like to do a presentation for us next year. So we'll see how we go. But thank you for taking the time to join me on my webinars, and for everyone that does watch them through where we post them later in our Facebook group or up into the Morinda back office. We hope that you find these resources that we provide of value, and it's something that can help you stay up to date with Morinda and NewAge and all the wonderful crazy things that we get up to. So now I actually do need to apologise, because this webinar I was going to talk about our hemp product, and that's because I had Brett West, hopefully he was intending on being my guest presenter. Now unfortunately something has come up for him today, and he has not been able to make it to the forum. So I'm not going to go through that content. Again, I do apologise if you came here to hear about hemp. I'm sorry, but I don't have something with that I share, because I was hoping for Brett and his intense knowledge on all the things about noni and hemp and everything else in that avenue. He's the expert. So we will save that for him, and I'll try and reorganize that with him again, so that we will have him present for us, and we'll get him on again with like doing our noni juice and that, because I know that he is you guys do like to hear the information that he shares. He gives us a lot of scientific information, but he manages to do it in an uncomplicated way, which is important, and that's what I like the most about him. So today I thought instead is we'd actually just go through the recent announcement of an event that we're going to have here in Australia and New Zealand, or for Australia and New Zealand, or anybody that would like to come, I suppose. If any of our international guests wants to come and join an event down under, then of course we would be more than happy to have them join us. But so February the 22nd is our event, and this will be held in Melbourne. So we hope that we are giving enough headline for you, or time frame for you, to be able to have a look at flights, because you can get some great deals of flights down there. NewAge or Morinda is not covering any of the flights down there, but we do have an incentive to help you with your accommodation, and we have tried to plan it for a Saturday and in time frames, so we hope that if someone did want to fly down there for the day, they could get down there to the event and then get home again that night. Be a big day, but is definitely possible. So the event is our NewAge leadership training. It's a leadership training because we have opened this up, and it is only for those IPCs who have an interest in their network for NewAge Morinda. So it means that you need to be an IPC registered on a 120 autoship to be able to register for the event. Okay, so we have sent an email out about it. It is also up on our Facebook group as an event, but let's go through some of the details more, because we've had some questions about it, and so I thought it might be worth at least going through some of those questions I can predict or have already been asked. So the purpose of the event is that we want to see you. Sean wants to see you. He's our regional director, and so he wants to see you. I want to see you guys, and we want to be able to network together. We have, over 2019, we have started to grow quite a unique group down in Melbourne, which is part of the inspiration towards this event. And, you know, they're showing good network leadership skills and ability, and showing that with their sales and interaction that they're doing already. So it's kind of part of the purpose for going down there, and then to engage everyone that has the same like-minded together, and to be able to plan out their 2020 plan for NewAge and Morinda. Now, Sean Whitney, who will be our guest, will have recently returned from Laguna in the USA at our International Leaders Summit, or conference. Now, basically that event is an event that's invite only to, they pull like 1 or 2 or 3 IPCs from most of the markets, not all of the markets, but most of the markets have their key networkers are invited to that event, and they are given the outline for the 2020 plan for the company, and an introduction and I guess some of the skills to be able to get ready and get out there and start moving like they already are, but to continue to engage that to happen. So we thought that the best idea behind our event, again, was to be a leadership event, but to bring what Sean has gone through or been and presented at in Laguna to the Australian New Zealand IPCs, because we don't often get a chance to go to some of these events. So we do, but sometimes they're a little bit of a distance away for us, and so this is a good opportunity for you to be able to come down, hear from one of the guest presenters from the event and one of our corporate team staff members, and really start to see what's going on. And maybe you've got some questions that you felt like you've always wanted to ask, and maybe this is going to be the chance for you to ask them. I'm not sure, obviously, depends on your question and the right time, right place. But this is an opportunity for us all to get together. So we want to see you there. We're inviting you all to be there as the IPCs on a 120 autoship. We're inviting everybody to be there. We want to get you all together. We want to make a plan to grow. So we want to make a plan to help you reach the next level of whatever your business target is with Morinda and NewAge, however big or small that it is, but to help inspire you and show you some tools to how to get there. And then also we want to be able to share. So we want to have the time for you to be able to mingle with other IPCs, share ideas, share successes, maybe share some failures even, so that we can help to learn and grow through that networking. So let's go into a bit more details of the event. So the event, as I said, is on Saturday, the 22nd of February 2020. We're planning on a start time of 11 a.m. Through till 6 p.m. So what does it include? We have got our training corporate guest presenter, Sean Whitney, coming down. We will be introducing any of the new products and recap details from our Global Leadership Conference. We will be then allowing you to be able to do some goal setting throughout the events. It'll include a working lunch, so we'll put lunch on for you and some afternoon tea, coffee, I'm sure. And then it's the opportunity to be able to network with others. Further details, so who can register, as I said, is open for all IPC members on a 120 autoship. So when will the registration open and close? We've had this question, and I think there's a little bit of confusion. I think some people thought that it only opens on the 15th of December and it will close on the 15th of December. No, that's not true. So registration, we will have it opened by 15th of December, if not earlier. If we open that up earlier, we will, of course, announce that out. But the registration will stay open for members to register for up till at least a week before the event. I do need to have a cut-off time, but we don't really want to have to try and restrict anybody from coming as long as they meet the requirements of being an IPC on a 120 autoship. So it's important that those guidelines are hit. We've just got Annie come on, so we might just try and mute her. So I do apologise, guys. I've just got to get rid of some of that background noise. Okay, there we go. So where was I at? Okay, so registration will open as soon as possible, but at the latest 15th of December. The registration costs is $30. Okay, so it's not an expensive ask. It helps cover for some of the funds of putting on the lunch, and for obviously the materials that we help provide. It's probably a little small hole coverage of the big hole that we'll create with our event, but the event is obviously something that we're investing in, and we feel that is a good time and a good chance for you guys to all meet and be able to network and see our path for the upcoming year. We have got, sorry, I just needed to mute Nola. We have got an incentive to go on, so let me go into that for you soon. So basically that 120 autoship and an IPC member, it does mean that somebody you could sign up a week before the event potentially will be able to register for that event and attend, okay? So it's not like you need to be an IPC registered 120 autoship and that we're only going to take everyone up till the end of this year. No, not at all. You know, you can find somebody that you meet the day before or week before the event, and they're inspired to come down to Melbourne with you, or they're in Melbourne and they want to come along to the event. Of course, all they need to do is register with us, be on a 120 order ship, obviously done their volume, and we'll be able to register for them. If though it does look like we are filling up and we're not going to have the space, we will communicate that out. So we will give you guys a heads up if it's looking, you know, this is blowing out to more than we have the capacity to be able to fill at the venue. Then of course, then we will have to start putting some timeframes and deadlines to have registration in to ensure that we don't blow that out and, you know, make an event uncomfortable for everyone because we've just got too many people in our space. Accommodation. So what I have failed to tell you actually right now is that I think I told you the event's in Melbourne. Hope so. So the event's in Melbourne and we're holding it at the Marriott. So at the Marriott Hotel in Melbourne. Now the Marriott Hotel, by putting on a guest there, they do then offer anyone attending our event the ability to save 10% off their best rate on the day. So we can take room bookings for you. They obviously, you will be paying that bill. And they assure us that you'll get a 10% discount off the best rate of that day. Of course, you can stay at any other hotel around the area, or you might have some friends in Melbourne or whatever you have. That's all entitled, obviously all up to you. But the event we will be holding and staying at for anyone that earns our incentive will be at the Marriott Hotel in Melbourne. Okay? Now, like I said, we can get your best rate offer, or if you're interested, you can actually have Morinda or NewAge pay for your night accommodation by hitting our incentive. So I'm just going to talk through the details of the incentive. I've got some notes here in front of me. So starting on the 1st of December, so already started, going through till the end of January is the qualification period for you to be able to earn yourself and a night's accommodation at the Melbourne event. Now we are happy for you, for you to choose whether that be the Friday night, the 21st, or we book that for you the Saturday night, the 22nd. Okay, because we understand some of you might like to fly down the Friday and be there through and fly home Saturday night, or you may choose to fly down Saturday morning and fly home Sunday morning. So qualification period again is December 2019 and January 2020. Now, the idea is that if you've never before achieved the title of a Coral Elite, okay, there's two sections to this, okay? So if you've never before achieved the title of Coral Elite, then you can, but this is the goals that you need to meet. You need to personally sponsor 3 new IPC on a 120 order ship in one of the qualification months. In the same qualification month that you sponsor those new 3 IPCs, you need to create a team volume of 600 QB. Okay, so yourself on a 120 order ship plus 3 IPCs that you found registered and put on a 120 order ship in the same month, those 3 that you put in the same month, those just amongst that is going to give you, so you've got 120, 360 and 480 QB. So then you only need to get the difference between. So that's another 120 QB. Now you can do that by somebody buying extra volume in the team. Okay, the team means yourself and your network, and that network is between the levels of yourself and 3 levels down. Okay, so within 3 personally sponsored levels of yourself, you need to have a minimum of 600 QB. You can do that by registering some other customers. Their volume will also count towards it. So it's a team volume of 600, 3 personally sponsored new IPCs on a 120 order ship, and this happens in one of the qualification months. And that will earn you 1 night accommodation at the Marriott Hotel in Melbourne for the event. For those that have already achieved the title in the past of a Coral Elite, then your goal is to promote 3 personally sponsored 120 IPCs to achieve the previous Coral Elite event qualification. Okay, so basically what that means is that you need to inspire 3 of your IPCs to meet the never before achieved requirements of a Coral Elite. Okay, you also then need to create a team volume of 2,000 QV. Now that can be through to 4 levels. Okay. So again, if you have already achieved the title of Coral Elite, so your title is Coral Elite or higher, then you need to inspire 3 IPCs to meet the requirement of becoming a Coral Elite in the first qualification. And for doing this, then you'll receive a one-night accommodation down at the hotel for the event. Now, again, you also need to meet that in one of the qualification months, that being December or January. There is an extra bonus if you wish to double it. So say you're a never before achieved Coral Elite, but then you create 6 new IPCs on your front line. So you personally sponsor 6 new IPCs on a 120 order ship, and you create a team volume of 1,200 because you doubled it from 600, then we will also include an executives dinner for you. It will either be most likely be on the Saturday night, or it could be on the Friday night. We will work with everybody that qualifies for that to be able to have this executive dinner. Okay, so again, you could double that if you're already a Coral Elite member or above. You can also include it in the executives dinner by, again, doubling the qualification that you have for yourself. So the registration will open 15th of December. If not earlier, we will announce it as soon as it becomes available. We have got accommodation discount rates, and we have this incentive there to help you have your accommodation paid for by Morinda. And we hope that we get as many of you all down into the meeting to see Sean and to get a good vision for our 2020 plan. And I guess it'll be a good first time that we've all been able to come together as a group in a little while. We did have Kelly and Cody come down a couple of years ago, and this is another chance, since all of the changes that we've had, for us all to meet in one location. Try to pick a location that is a good spot geographically wise for our New Zealand members, our WA people, from all over the area, to be able to meet in one spot. So mark your calendars. If you've got some questions, I'm going to make those available for you to ask now. We've got a group chat box up here. But if you have some questions, happy to answer them for you now. If you want to type anything in the box here, I'll just type something in here in case that comes up. 2020, we'll be launching a new product called Taimana Shape. It's actually a pouch shape a pouch, which is, I guess, a shape product that will include some key fruit and vegetables and some kombucha in, I think it is, and you can use it as a fasting. So that will be something that we'll launch in the first quarter of 2020, I believe. Probably something we will hear about at the event, and obviously anything else new that's coming along. Does anyone have any questions about this event in Melbourne that they would like to ask now? Yesterday was our Cyber Monday event, huge hit. We're very excited about that. Actually, in saying that, because of some of the success of yesterday's sales and networking that went on, I believe we probably already have got some people qualified for their night's accommodation down in Melbourne. So that is really exciting. 2nd of December, and we've already got some people meeting qualification to have their night paid for down at the Melbourne Leadership Conference. That's pretty cool. And we've got some people who are super keen to get registered now. So we are trying to open up registration earlier if possible. Yeah, I'm excited to get together. So Roz just said that he's excited to go and meet up with all the attendees. I think it's going to be a really great event. Everyone's been really positive about the announcement of the event, which has been awesome. Yeah, I'm excited about it too. It's going to be good to get everyone into a room together and, I guess, show off what we, sometimes don't get to be able to show off as well as we'd like to through our other formats of communication. Okay, guys, well, it doesn't look like we have any other questions, and hopefully that means that I've answered a lot of them that you had on your mind today. If you do come up with any other questions, though, about the event or anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Always here to answer any questions. Remember, it is December, that we do have the transport companies tend to send parcels in left, right, up, down directions. So please order early this month if you're trying to get your product before the Christmas break. The Brisbane office, the actual physical Brisbane office, will be closed from 12 o'clock Christmas Eve and will reopen the first day after New Year's. So we're just having a short break in between. However, the phones will continue to operate. Our customer service team will be available, and our normal hours that are not a public holiday will be observed. So if you call on a day that we should be open and it's not a public holiday, then of course you should be able to get through to us. The phones actually will be diverted through to myself. So myself and the customer service team at corporate will be assisting you over the Christmas break. So please don't feel like that you can't get hold of us, you can. And of course, we will be checking our social media accounts, our emails, and all other resources that we communicate with you. But please order early this month to avoid any disappointment of your product not arriving before Christmas. And don't forget, we've got our Christmas holiday special packs that are still on. They've been going really well, so really excited about that. And I think that's about it. Keep an eye out for an email coming up with the registration for this event. Hope you can start preparing your team to get down to this event, get them registered, access some cheap flights. You guys need to cover your flights, but hopefully we've given you enough time to get some great deals to get down there. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to speak to you, and wish you a great day and a fantastic week. Speak again soon. Thank you.